Hey kids, it's Tool Tuesday, and today I want to talk to you about different types of crowbars because I ordered something and I ended up getting a pallet. They left the pallet behind. I said, "Aren't you going to take the pallet away?" And they said, "No." Okay, great. So I'm going to go ahead and take this pallet apart and use it for firewood. But I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to go ahead and show you different types of crowbars. So we'll just walk you through the three kinds that I have. There's even other ones than these, but these should get you through for pretty much everything you need. So I'll walk you through that and how each one works. But before we do that, I do have a dad joke for you. So did you hear about the raven that opened a saloon? Yeah, he called it the Crowbar. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, so when you're first building your toolkit, right, you're of course going to need a hammer. I didn't go through a Tool Tuesday on a hammer because I think it's pretty straightforward, but I'll probably go ahead and do that too at some point. But you know, you're going to get a claw. So this could work when we're removing these nails from here. It could work and probably get you through. But as you get more advanced and as you're doing this a lot, you're definitely going to want, if you're doing any kind of home remodeling, you're definitely going to want to invest in a crowbar. It's not that expensive. And the nice thing about it is you don't need as much strength when you use a crowbar, right? Because you're using leverage instead of strength, right? Because if I go to use this and I'm prying up, it's a lot of me prying it. Where this, I got all this leverage and I'm just, right? And that's why they make these even super long for other type of demolition and that sort of thing. So, and my dog decided to bark while I'm doing this. Hopefully, not my dog, the neighbor's dog. So we'll see if we can get through this anyway.
So this one here is more for light duty and for removing molding and baseboard around your house. I wouldn't normally use it for taking apart a pallet, but I'm just showing you it just so you can see, because it tends to flex a little bit on heavier jobs. Okay, so this one is a little heavier duty. It's made of cast iron, and so it won't flex as much, but you're not getting as much leverage. So I'm just showing you what that looks like when I go ahead and use that. Okay, and then just turn it over, and then we're going to want to go ahead and tap out those nails. We'll just tap them out, and then we'll remove them with our hammer. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and break out the real crowbar that I'm going to use on a job this size. So we just go ahead and tap that in with our hammer to get it back up underneath there. Since we're going to use this wood for firewood, we're not really worried about whether the wood splinters or anything like that. So we can just go ahead and be a little bit more rough with it.
So let's walk through each one. This one, you know, it's thinner. See how it's thinner? So it's easier to get it up underneath there, like that. And you can get it started like this. Here, let me pull it back. And then once you get it up a little bit, these things are kind of tough in here. This one will tend to flex a little bit more. You'll see. I'll tell you what this one's really good for is for molding around, you know, molding around your baseboard. This is what you'd want to use. So I'm going to use something tougher here for these. I'll go ahead and use this one. See, it's not as thin, but it's not going to flex as much. Okay, and then you can just pop out the nail that way. Same thing again. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this guy now. I'm going to go up underneath there. See, it's really little effort because I'm using all that leverage, right? I'm hardly even having to pull. Or if I was using the hammer for that, that would take a lot more strength to do that. This thing is tough because it's it doesn't have a good surface, right? If this was flat, it'd be much easier. So I'm kind of fighting that a little bit, but let's go ahead. We'll do this one right here so you can get it go like this and get it started like that. You can slam it back down, pull the nail out. You can pull the nail out there, or you can use this as well. Right? Get it up there again. Okay. And if we can get this end done, then we'll be able to just pry that whole thing off. Beautiful. Okay, now we can just pry the whole thing off. And do you see how you got this gap here like that? If it's hard to get it out of there because of this, you can put another board here like this and go like that, and it comes out a lot easier. So we got this guy here. We're just going to pop this up like that. And then now we're just going to use this, put that there, pry up like that, right? Because if I try to do this, I kind of run out of room. I come back here too far. So if I just put another board like that and then slide that up like that, comes out like butter. Same thing with the hammer. If all you have is a hammer and you're trying to do it like this, you can, that works. But you can also do this, increase your leverage by going like that. See that, how easy that is? I just kind of slept it underneath there and used the leverage to pop it out. Kind of the same thing here. I'm not even getting this really underneath here. I'm just kind of here, but I'm using leverage, right, to pop that out. All right, so here's my pallet that's disassembled. And that's just the basics of a crowbar. This is perfect for this size of a job. And then this is kind of a medium duty. And then this is really good for baseboards and molding to get up underneath there. And it's a little bit wider, so you're able to kind of pry it without ruining your drywall too. So, all right, so I think that's about it. Thanks for watching, and God bless you.